In the rare times that we find ourselves at SM Mall, we are always on the lookout for new restaurants that we can try. Yet there was one time we dropped by the mall and found ourselves in a restaurant unable to resist their delicious food, particularly their okonomiyaki. Yes, we found ourselves at Dohtonbori and we regret nothing. Dohtonbori is a restaurant that originated in Japan. Over 300 stores in Japan, 4 in Bangkok, 1 in Taipei, and now in the Philippines. And they specialize in making authentic okonomiyaki. Each table in Dohtonbori is equipped with a griddle that has a built-in sensor to maintain the perfect temperature for you to cook your okonomiyaki and all of their offerings like yakisoba, monjayaki, yakiniku, and pizza to name a few. Everything is cooked in front of you. What is okonomiyaki in the first place? From the word itself, okono means what you want and yaki means cooking. So it is basically cooking what you want. The brunch we went to is at the first floor of SM Pampanga. The inside interior is very like those izakaya type of restaurants you can see throughout Japan. It is a modern yet still has its amazing traditional touches. Plus there are elements around the restaurant that will just catch your attention and may leave you giggling and or amused. The Japanese vibe will really make you feel that you are actually dining in the streets of Japan. We have to wait to be seated and to choose which area of the dining we'd wish to be settled as it is divided into 3 parts. Usual dining, booth dining, and the traditional Japanese dining, Deichabudai. If you choose to dine chabudai, you will have to remove your shoes and place it in a locker. I recommend you try it to experience real Japanese mealtime. When we got our table, the iron griddle was the main attraction. It was big enough that 4 of us seated can reach the food that is being cooked. The staff then started the burner heating the griddle and we waited for her to get back for the raw ingredients. It was very Instagrammable and looks like what it appears in the menu. When the heat was just right, a staff started cooking the okonomiyaki. It was very interesting to see it being cooked in front of us, so I decided to film it. If you're thinking of eating at Dohtonbori, you might want to refer to their complete menu to help you decide on which to get. The condiments are placed in every table. There's the okonomiyaki sauce, bonito powder, seaweed flakes, oil vinegar, soy sauce, chili, etc. I prefer restaurants that are generous with their condiments. It was obvious that Dohtonbori is a Japanese restaurant, but we didn't know what to expect from it. What I meant is that there are Japanese restaurants that we go to wherever we crave ramen or sushi and so forth. With Dohtonbori, we had no idea where to begin. We just decided to be on the safe side. We started with their pepper Calby BBQ. It is a classic okonomiyaki made with seasoned beef slices for 299 pesos only. Finally, it's done and I'm so excited to try this. So come guys, join us to try this one. This is it, guys. The long wait is over. The result was melt in your mouth pieces of strip line that had a nice sliding of fat to it with garlicky kick to it. So it was actually so great, guys. It's better with yakisoba sauce. I so love it, guys. It is cooked on a rectangular griddle that each table has for their so-called Okonomiyaki Experience. Most of the items on the menu will be cooked in front of you. There's a grill in every table. Worth a try for our first dish. So let's try the other dishes. The moment we saw the Hamburg cheese steak Okonomiyaki for 360 pesos only on the menu, we just knew we had to try it. And thank goodness we did, because it was probably one of our favorite Okonomiyaki dishes that we've ever tried. Can you imagine my happiness when I cut through the pancake and saw that they actually cook a juicy hamburger steak inside of it? And not only that, they covered it in a thick blanket of cheese. After waiting for a couple of minutes, we got a bowl full of raw ingredients, and I was like, what on the world are we going to do here? The grill is on and it's scorching hot, but I don't know how to cook okonomiyaki. Good thing that the server asked us if we would like to do it ourselves or just let them do their job. Being a newbie when it comes to this, we let them cook and watch while we are enjoying our shoyu ramen. The server mixed all the ingredients in the bowl, making sure that the egg is spread equally. Once done, she dumped everything in the griller, slices the pork, and leaves it for 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's brown, she then flips it and cooks it for another 10 minutes. At first, it looks like a big pile of mess, but we were surprised at what happened next. It is taking shape. It is resembling a big ass burger patty. We were not expecting it to be this big as it was. They have a wide selection of okonomiyaki from pork, beef, seafood, cheese, and even mochi. We tried their hamburger okonomiyaki, and we were given a step-by-step demo on how to cook okonomiyaki the right way. They have timers, by the way, to ensure that each okonomiyaki is cooked perfectly. The cabbage strips may be a vegetable, but it is definitely can be considered as a rice or noodle substitute because of this. Then flip again after 5 minutes and wait for another 5 minutes, and it's ready to eat. Spread the sauce on the top. Then finally, the cheese. Pour the cheese sauce. Finally, our hamburger okonomiyaki is already done. We can eat now! For 340 pesos, you could get this tempura set. Don't worry, you don't have to cook this one yourself. Dohtonbori's tempura is served ready to eat and without sauce. Just salt to enhance the flavor. That said,
this tempura doesn't really need any. Dohtonbori's tempura has a great flavor and crunchy texture to boot. The staple dish whenever you dine on a Japanese themed restaurant. Still an enjoyable dish no matter what. If you're ready to move from the ramen craze, then look no further. Dohtonbori restaurant serves ramen, different kinds of ramen. We're a big fan of ramen. When we see ramen we order, their shoyu ramen is actually not bad for 310 pesos. The thick pork broth is flavorful and subtle. The chashu is cooked perfectly and is very tender. The noodles are perfectly cooked and easy to bite, and even though it's big, the ratio of noodles to soup is equal, which is very important when it comes to ramen. Take note, toppings are very simple, which is good quality also. You don't want to overdo it. Sprinkle of leeks, nori, and your sliced pork is beyond perfect already. I can't stress this enough, but if you want good ramen, it should be simple but packs flavor, and Dohtonbori hits the spot. You will get a generous serving of ramen full of flavor and love for only 310 pesos. The soup broth is superby. You really do want to sip all of it. The noodles are well cooked and the firmness is still there. The toppings or ingredients fare very well with the overall dish, and this is truly an enjoyable dish overall. One thing though is that the serving seems a little bit small despite being enormous. We wanted more, but it is feeling like it is gluttony already. If you're not still satisfied with their okonomiyaki, don't forget to order their California mac. If you are a sushi lover, don't forget to add this on your order. It consists of crab sticks, mango, and cucumber. You could choose whether you want just 4 pieces for 190 pesos or 8 pieces for 330 pesos only. Dohtonbori is definitely worth all the wait from lining up to waiting for the dishes to be cooked. I'm giving this place a 2 thumbs up, and I'm recommending you to give it a try. I also have requests that hoping that they will have a smokeless grill in the future. Not being picky, but you would not want to smell like okonomiyaki after your dinner with your date, right? Since I am a sushi lover, I definitely want to go back here to try more sushis. I always love Japanese foods, but this one is a bit different because your meal is cooked just in front of you, so it surely is served hot. It's not the usual Japanese tempura, sushi, makis, but it turned out really great, especially their pizza, which is a must try. Noodles on your pancake. How about sweet pizza? Grill your own Japanese pancakes, noodles, and pizza. Tepan. Aside from okonomiyaki, they also have tepan pizza, but we ordered their Dohtonbori pizza for 300 pesos only. Basically, the crust is your usual pancake butter, and they top it with different ingredients. Their bestseller is this Dohtonbori pizza. Yes, guys, you heard that right. Their pancake pizza is cooked far from the traditional way. Even the crust is cooked on the spot. It's topped with pork, mixed cheese, cabbage, and egg. And it was definitely messy to eat. It somehow reminded me of the usual okonomiyaki because of the cabbage, pork, and egg. Only the base or crust tasted like pancake. For its price, I'd rather get a usual okonomiyaki. Just a reminder, their pizza is so hard to slice. So, as you can see on this video, I made an effort to slice my pizza before I ate it.
the steps on how to cook this one. Number 1 is just pour in the butter into the teppan for the pizza crust. Cover it with overlapping strips of bacon, cut pork. Flip the over to cook the pork and wait for 5 minutes. Then flip it one last time to add in the rest of the ingredients. Number 5, okonomiyaki sauce, mixed cheese, cabbage with pickled ginger. Next, make a hole in the middle of the veggies and dunk the egg. And the number 7 is cover everything up with an aluminum dome and wait for it to cook. Once done, lastly, drizzle generously with Japanese mayo, sprinkle with bonito and nori flakes. I think this was my favorite of the spread that night. Love the runny egg, the pancake base, the crisp veggies, and the mix of the sauce with the pork and the cheese that added flavor on it. The mayo tied everything together, and the bonito flakes plus nori added a delicious flavor. Just a reminder, if you want your bacon well done, please don't hesitate to tell it to your personal cook because it may turn out to be raw.
If you're not hungry enough, you should eat here. Their okonomiyaki is just like a takoyaki turned into a pizza. It takes a while for it. I suggest you ordered other things in the menu if you are very hungry or some place else. Anyway, apparently, Dohtonbori is the number 1 in Japan and in the Philippines when it comes to okonomiyaki. The restaurant takes pride in being the only place in the Philippines where you can get the most authentic okonomiyaki experience. The value for money, hands down, it's solid because the servings of the okonomiyaki are good for at least 2 hungry eaters. Of course, we will return here, so let's rate them, shall we? Like the food is 4 out of 5, ambience is 3 out of 5, service is 3 out of 5, value for money is 4 out of 5, and overall is 4 out of 5. For my friend's birthday celebration, we ended with the frappe cake at a cafe. Thank you for watching, guys. Till our next video. Bye!